Coming up, we have your June 2020 Las Vegas real estate market update.
Hey everyone, I'm Steve.
And I'm Kristen.
We are the Thomas Group, your local Las Vegas and Henderson realtors, here today to bring you your June 2020 Las Vegas real estate market update from the popular downtown Summerlin. If you've never heard of Summerlin, probably the most popular master plan community out here in Las Vegas. It's gorgeous out here, right on the west side of town. We've got a great shopping district here that's got, you know, restaurants, bars, every type of store you can imagine.
Dance studios, fitness studios. It's really cool too because in front of us here, the lawn they call it. And when it's not coronavirus, they have tons of events going on, movies on the lawn, free fitness classes. So it's really a great community center for, you know, everyone that lives in the area.
Yeah, it is. And if you're lucky enough to live right close to it, I mean, we can see houses within walking distance of here, can't we? So it's a really nice location. And with the red rocks all up in the air and the background behind us, it's really, really pretty. Just before we get into the numbers for the month of May 2020, you guys, just to give you a little heads up on what we're going to talk about today. The numbers that you're going to be seeing are reflective of right in the middle of the coronavirus. So everything that happened and closed in May was actually in escrow in April, which was right in the middle of everything. Everything closed down. We're also going to be talking about months of inventory and how that actually can be helping the Las Vegas real estate market and maybe, you know, other markets around the country, which have got a lack of inventory.
Right.
And you might see something in the numbers that may be very, very surprising to you. So we'll get into that.
Okay, let's get into it. So like Steve said, we call this the June market update because we're filming it in June, but these numbers are actually
reflective of May.
Of May, yeah. Thanks for pointing that out, Steve. Where we always start, which is at the median sales price. For single family homes, we saw a dip last month and now we are bumped back up to $315,000.
That for me is surprising. When I saw that we had an increase in the median sales price during the middle of everything that was happening, that just goes to show you the demand that people have in order to want to move here.
And, which we'll get into, the lack of inventory, which is
big factor.
I mean, that's really what's keeping that price steady.
Yeah, we'll talk about that shortly.
Units sold, this is where we're seeing the major impact of the coronavirus. And not surprisingly, we have so much of our local economy tied up in tourism. So there were 1,703 single family homes sold. That's down 13.6% from last month and down 48.1% from the same time last year.
We lost 50% of the market during this, which isn't, you know, is it really surprising to anybody? I'm quite frankly surprised we didn't lose more. I think the low interest rates and the fact that a lot of buyers haven't been able to participate in the market has made it a little bit easier, a bit more affordable as well for people that have been really wanting to enter the market, but you know, haven't. Kind
of along those same lines too, we always now, during this pandemic, we'd like to look at the pending sales because that's gonna give us a little sneak peek into
next month.
Yeah, into what's happening next month. So our pending sales for the Valley are up 64% from the previous month. So while we're probably not going to have more sales than, you know, we do
this
currently.
month.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so new listings. There were 3,231 new listings. That's up 28.4% from the previous month and down 29.7% from the same time last year. This is when a lot of people list their homes, right? When school lets out, they're trying to get their homes sold, move before school starts back up.
We got 28% more than we did last month,
which is good.
29% less than last year.
Right.
And even last year, it was still a seller's market throughout the Valley, and now we've got even less inventory.
Right.
So that's definitely playing into, I believe, keeping the prices stable.
Yeah. Absolutely. So now our inventory, which we've just been talking about, is 5,799 single family homes available. Now that's down 4% from the previous month and down 26.2% from the same time last year. So we are hurting for inventory, aren't we?
There's a lack of it.
Yeah.
But it depends if you're a buyer or a seller.
Our months of inventory is 3.4. Like Steve said, that crept up. It's 11.1% up from last month and up 42.2% from the same time last year.
Months of inventory, you guys, we say this in all of our videos. Anything typically under 6 months is going to be favoring the seller. Anything above that is going to be favoring the buyer. Now at 3.4% 3.4 months inventory. What that means is if we were selling all of the homes at the same rate that we're selling right now, in 3.5 months, we're gonna be gone.
Yeah.
But remember, only 50% of them are actually what we call marketable inventory, where somebody's actually realistically going to write an offer on it because it's what the market commands. When you divide that by 2, we've now got less than 2 months of inventory. So if you're a buyer right now, it's pretty challenging. There isn't a lot to pick from. There's not a lot to choose from. If you're a seller and you want to get out of town, then this is a great opportunity for you. What it's like where you're moving to, I don't know, but there's certainly still a huge demand of people requesting and moving here into town. Actually, just on that note, thank you so much everybody that reaches out to us, wants us to help them in moving here to town. Kristen and we're absolutely amazed. We are flabbergasted by the love and the support that you guys show us. So thank you on that. But it just goes to show that there's still a huge amount of people that are coming from different parts of the country, right? We've got people from Ohio, from Michigan, from California, from Arizona that we're helping right now relocate here into town. There's other agents as well helping other people move here. It's still a very, very popular and active place to live.
Absolutely. So since we are on the months of inventory, I also wanted to pull up this chart as well.
Great you did.
Yeah, we love looking at this because the valley is quite big and there's so many different communities throughout, and all those communities are so diverse. So what we like to do is look very specifically at the months of inventory in specific communities.
Yeah, you've probably heard the saying, real estate is local. Well, in this instance right now in Las Vegas, real estate is not just getting local, but it's getting hyper local.
It really
because what we're noticing in terms of months of inventory in all of these different communities is that they're varying from 2 months going right the way up to 25 months.
Yeah.
So dependent on where you're shopping, where you're looking is going to make a real huge difference into, if you're a buyer, how you're structuring your offers, or if you're a seller, how you're pricing your home. For example, let's take Rhodes Ranch. Rhodes Ranch has got 25 months of inventory there. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's over 2.5 years of inventory. So if you want to buy a home in that community, you got a lot to pick from.
Right.
You can be aggressive with your offers.
Right.
If you're a seller, unfortunately, you don't have that luxury of overpricing your home.
Right.
You need to price your home at market value so that you get multiple offers on it. Right. And then when we go right down into like 3 months in the Aliante and Green Valley Ranch, we'll put a link to this if you guys want, in the video so that you can take a look at all of this. But it just shows you that if you are shopping here in town or selling, make sure you really understand what's going on in the community.
Yeah, that was a little overview of our single family units. Let's look at condos and townhomes. So the median sales price was $185,000 last month. Now that's up 2.6% from the previous month and up 3.1% from the same time last year. So seeing pretty similar trend as the single family homes. The units sold were 372. So again, we're starting to see some new listings come on the market, but we're still way below like what we normally like to be seeing around this time of the year for condos and townhomes. Our available inventory is 1,768, and that's down 0.2% from last month and down 5.8% from the same time last year. So that's where there's a little bit of a difference. Actually, the inventory is not as significantly different as these single family homes were last year, which is interesting. I'm not sure why that might be, but okay. And then last thing, our months of inventory for condos and townhomes was 4.8%. So they're starting to creep towards a balanced market, isn't it, for the condos and townhomes?
Yeah, for sure.
So another thing that we wanted to talk about are distressed sales, because we've had some clients reaching out to us and saying, hey, are there foreclosures and short sales? But because of everything that's been going on, actually distressed sales are only making up 1.5% of all the total sales, and that's down from 2% a year ago and down from 6.8% 3 years ago. So why is that, Steve? Why are distressed sales so low?
I think a lot of people have got equity in their property. Real estate has always been a safe bet because unlike the stock market, it can drop overnight and shoot up overnight. Huge losses and huge gains can happen. That doesn't happen in real estate. If we are going to see foreclosures and more short sales creeping into the Las Vegas market, I anticipate we're probably going to see that increasing in the next 6 or 12 months, just because of the knock-on effect of like the people being furloughed and then, you know, being made redundant, losing their jobs and stuff. I think that's probably what's going to happen. Also, as well, in the month of April, the governor stopped all evictions and foreclosures, so there weren't any. Right. So that's another reason why it was, you know, so low that last month.
Right. And also the option for people to take the mortgage forbearance. So I mean, that's really, I see that really saving us a lot. You know, people that would have been struggling, now they're able to delay 6 months, now up to a year of mortgage payments, and then tack those on to the end of the loan. So I think that alone is really going to keep a lot of people in their homes. I'm so grateful that
millions of people.
Thank goodness that people had that option. It's great. It really is.
Yeah. Let's hope that there is a vaccine that is created soon so that people feel more comfortable about travel, international travel opens, and you know, we can get back to rocking and rolling like we were pre-pandemic. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed this month's market update. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please do so. We bring you market updates every single month, but we also do cool community tours and show you new construction around the valley and fun things that Kristen and I are doing. So stay well, stay safe out there, you guys, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Bye-bye.